And second, the meaning actually becomes okay. If you say Beth swims in the pool enthusiastically, we're not sure if the enthusiastically is about the pool or about Beth swimming. It becomes weird to what the adverb is applied. Okay, so it's in this order. Frequency, except for these, comes after manner and place. That's where, how often. How often. How, where, how often. So Beth swims enthusiastically in the pool every morning. Now you can take this one out. Say you don't have a where. Beth swims enthusiastically every morning. Has to be in that order. Okay? Why? I don't know. Just it doesn't feel good in English when they're not in the right order. After that one, so we have how, where, how often. Then we have the when. So these are all just answering questions in a sentence. How, where, how often, when is after these. So before dawn, I forgot. So you can take these out. You can take out if you don't have a how or a where. You could say Beth swims every morning before dawn. Not Beth swims before dawn every morning. It just doesn't work that way. And then last you have the why, the purpose, and that's the order that they go in. And so we wrote sentences last week, and when you put all five, it's weird. Sentences become very strange because it's difficult to have that many adverbs. But in general, that's the order we're working with. And so as we speak, we should practice that. Okay, just and just throw in adverbs. I study at the CDLJ every day. Or I study English. That's not here. I study English at CDLJ every day. Or I study English every day so I don't forget, obviously. But it's always in that order. So we had, this was cool. This was yours? So Joanna wrote, I run my business diligently every day. So diligently, frequency every day with a purpose to make sure everything stays in order. She used diligently. She used one. She used manner, how, diligently. Frequency, every day, and she used purpose. She didn't use these, you just leave it out, and the order continues how it is. See? Okay. That's how you can take a. I think I have one of those, but I don't know where. I have so many papers. It's getting crazy. I have more paper. Than I know what to do.
You told us to rewrite or write new sentences.
Then okay, good. That's so many different things. Did you write one?
Okay.
Or are you doing it now?
Sí, sí.
Okay.
Entonces,
That's okay.
no
tengo. I can get you one also.
no sé. No sé todavía.
I had more, but I don't know. No, Gustavo
Okay.
imprimió estos, ¿no? Esa imagen es de...
Tengo la foto.
Sí. Ok. Por ahora está bien. All right. Entonces, you have a chance right now because they had a tarea. But I read yours. That was your tarea.
Yeah.
Okay. They had a tarea to rewrite the sentence. So, why don't you try and make a sentence with as many of those as you can. Last week we wrote with all, and it's very uncomfortable. It's difficult to write with all. It's possible. And y'all, just make a try. I have okay. Try writing one of these sentences. We'll wait. I already read Joanna's. Yours is very good. Did you rewrite yours, Jose? Just say like your sentence. Oh, your sentence was perfect, wasn't it? Your sentence was good. Yeah. That's Jose keeps it simple in that way.
Yes. I will.
You rewrote it? Yes. Okay, so what was your first one? I don't know. I didn't take a picture. Okay, so what did we do? This is what Mateo did. Bruno has been recording a new song consistently in the studio every other week around midnight for his new album. Interesting. This is something you noticed last week. So this is going to break the rules. What is your instinct about that? Do you have an instinct like you wrote this for that? Do you have a different instinct about how it should be? But read it out loud. Read it out loud to us and tell me if it feels good. Because English is a lot about does it feel good? So read that to me.
Bruno has been recording a new song consistently in the studio every other week around midnight for his new album.
Does that feel good for you?
Um,
Is there another way you might write it?
Maybe here and there consistently. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It doesn't feel good, okay? The problem is when you have 5 adverbs, it starts to feel bad. So,
It's a very long sentence.
yes. It could go, so Bruno has been recording a new song consistently, because it's almost an adverb of frequency like these, always, sometimes. Consistently is kind of an always. So if it's a simile, or excuse me, a synonym of always, you can always, if it's a synonym of always, you can move it back here.
Okay.
Because it becomes, if you think of consistently is either always or normally. Yeah? Kind of the same thing. So if that's what it means, and it's a ly word especially, yeah, you can move it either here. See where it feels better. Bruno has consistently recorded a song. Bruno has been consistently recording a song. People would say it either way. Even if this technically can be more correct one way or the other. Probably more correct to you. But what sounds better for you? Okay. Yeah, that works. That works.
All people doing that.
What I'm saying is it works all these ways. Yeah, this is the rule. But if this word, so what happened here with Mateo is this word that he used consistently means the same thing as always and normally. Kind of, since it means the same thing, it gets the same treatment. It works better back here than it does here.
Or here.
Let's see. Bruno has been recording a new song in the studio every. It's gonna be one of these 3 places. And this has consistently been recording. People will put it in either. Depends what they want. Like so yeah, the rules are rules, but you can break them. And because consistently means these things, you can do something else. Okay? That's good. Did you do one? A new one? Mary cooks rapidly in her house every night before 8 to go out, to go out with friends. And Jose, just so you know, this purpose is a result. It's a purpose, but it's also, this can only happen if this happens. In that case, this becomes a cause and effect, which is fine. It's still a purpose, but we would say, so she can go out with friends. Do you see the difference in that? One is a pure purpose.
It should be a consequence.
This is a consequence of doing that. It's not just the purpose of cooking. Okay?
It's a reason.
But this gives more information.
Yeah.
It lets us know that she's doing it that way so she can go out with friends. If it's said, to impress her friends, maybe you wouldn't say so she can impress her friends. But you can always, for purpose, you can use so she can, so they can do this, so they can accomplish something. Okay, that's also a purpose. You don't have to write it. Yes, normally we write to or in order to, which is the same thing. This is to say, in order to is the same as saying so she can. And in here, in English, we often leave out this. But this is short for, it's cortito for, in order to. O sea, this is the effect of doing this. Pero está bien. Either way, okay? This is Joanna. Whose is this? That's me. I wrote on it. I'll give you another one. How about that? A clean one. All right. We're waiting for Jota, and then we're going to continue.
My question is, if I cook whatever I after this, like here, it has to go for the,
Because you're using the
tense?
passive tense, the perfect tense, excuse me. Because you're using a perfect tense, it's almost like you're breaking this form,
okay.
and it's going to sound better here. It can go there.
If I stress it,
If you let's do it. Let's do it. Bruno records a song. Frantically. Records his songs frantically. That's also another reason. Because it's his music. If you start using like these words instead, it'll sound better. Bruno records his songs frantically. But a song leaves out information. So that's what makes us put this back here.
maybe he's a producer.
Then he can say, Bruno records Mateo's songs frantically. Well, because it's just adding these words and leaving this unidentified makes me want to put this here. It doesn't mean that it has to go there. It's about feel. I think you feel the same. You felt it, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you change this a little bit, Bruno records his songs frantically, then it starts to sound a little bit better because you're identifying or Mateo's songs. Or if he's a producer, still can be his songs. They're the ones he's producing. They're his.
Like Martin's.
Yeah, exactly, like that. But this brings up that point. Okay, so this is the only flexible part of the. So what we're talking about is that the only flexibility in this is this, because this can be almost an adverb of frequency in the way you say it. Consistently, even frantically. It's almost like yeah. Like now. It's like, it's a way of doing things that's
Gracefully.
frequent. Yeah, that's very urgent. So there is some flexibility depending on how you write the sentence, but not much. But that's English. There's always flexibility. All right. Okay, let's see. Read it to us. Read it to
I
us.
have been driving from
Uh-huh.
early morning before 11 a.m. to breakfast.
To have class or to arrive in class? To get to class? O sea,
To give the lesson.
to give the class?
There is teacher.
You give the class, but you have to. This is to arrive. Yes.
To give.
Yeah, can be give. I have been driving frequently at the school. To the school. To the school? You're going to. Desde la casa a la escuela. To the school. To the school.